All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, and hopefully lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scripture through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right, I want to go into a quick, morning exhortation, dealing with how pretty much, as we see people folding, I did the lesson last night on how, people are folding to the pressure, or these mandates. You see, and we're going to see a lot more because the end of this month, which is pretty much the next 2 days, and then you have, I think mid-October, a lot of these mandates, go into effect, where if you haven't complied, and gotten the potion yet, all right, you could stand a chance of being fired. And what's happening, you have a lot of people trickling in at the last minute, and pretty much complying, all right, with the beast, man. And ultimately, that's because they don't have it in them. And this speaking of Israelites, you see, because about one thing about the remnant, at the Wadi Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that we was born, if we're part of that number, we was born with something in us, all right, that's gonna drive us to overcome. See, you got to have something within you. It got to come from within. You see, it got to come from within to be able to, withstand, all right, what this man is doing, what Esau Edom is doing in the earth, man. When you go to 1 John 4, chapter 4, verse 4, it says, ye are of the Most High little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you that is in the world. You see? So there's something within us, man, and this Yahweh Shah, and when you look at things from the perspective of Yahweh Shah, because Yahweh Shah says what? The spirit, all right, of Yahweh Shah is prophecy. You see? So we have a different narrative, all right, that we live by. You see, at the end of the day, the majority of people on the earth, all right, the majority of Israelites, they have a narrative that starts and ends in America. There's nothing outside of this, And with a mindset like that, they don't see no other option. They don't see no other way. Pretty much, Esau Edom has them in an impossible predicament, But we've been groomed up to what? To believe, all right, it's something beyond this place. All right? And the Lord has given us what? The spirit, the gift of faith. As you read, let's get that in Ephesians. Because see, now, these scriptures that we constantly been going over, they make more sense as, they have to be applied real time. When you go to Ephesians 2, Ephesians 2 and 8, it says, for by grace are you saved through faith, and not of yourselves, it is a gift of the Most High. And it says, for by grace are you saved through faith, because during this grace period, what's been happening? The Lord has been grooming us to have a mindset to what, man? Detach from this place, man. All right? And thirst for the righteous kingdom to come. You see? That's why within this grace period, man, you brothers, all right, you few sisters, man, that have been serious minded about this thing, you're always, you're always around, you're always within the loop, listening, learning, studying, all right, fasting, discipline, patience. See, all those things now are going to pay off. Because grace period was pretty much like an off season. Like, you have an off season where athletes, they try to get faster, stronger, more coordinated, more endurance. They try to get all these things. They try to, elevate in all these things. So in the season, they can perform at a high level. Well, this grace period was likened into our off season, man, where we was able to increase in faith, when we was able to detach from this place, man, become more emotionless, towards this place, man, and thirst, for the righteous kingdom to come. And see, now it's finna be game time, and it's gonna be time to perform. It's gonna be time to perform, and those that have taken this grace period to elevate in the spirit is gonna be able to perform at a high level in this time, because now we're seeing this is just the first wave of people, that's compliant. You're gonna have a bigger wave when they cut off grocery stores, and cause Esau Edom, he gonna just squeeze down harder, man. He's not gonna lighten up. So as more freedoms and liberties, get taken away, as it gets more chaotic, you're gonna see more compliance, man. But Yahweh Shemel Shah, has reserved a remnant of his people that's not gonna comply, man. It's gonna stand stiffly, man, because we understand the whole story. You see, we understand that through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Let's get that. Let's get that. See, we've been forewarned of these things. We know, all right, it ain't gonna be no cakewalk. You see, but all these people know in this society is shortcuts and the easy way and the convenient way. They've been groomed, all right, to move like that. When we read Acts, all right, the book of Acts, all right, chapter 14, verse 22, it says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, so we understand that tribulation, all right, is a part of the sacrifice, man. Being uncomfortable, being outcast, being persecuted, we understand that. But see, if you haven't been groomed to know these things, as soon as it happens, you'll buckle. As soon as it happens, you'll buckle, man. But we've been groomed to understand these things, man. We understand the whole story, so we have the faith to just watch it play out, Lord willing. We keep the faith. All right? And I end it here. You go to St. John, all right, 16, and go to the last verse. It said, these things I have spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. All right? I have overcome the world, man, and the elect gonna overcome. See, we have all this chaos, we still have peace in Yahushua and the hope of what's to come. It's a way, all right, it's a kingdom, it's a society that's coming that far exceeds this, man. That far belief lie. So understanding that, all right, understanding that, man, and having that within us, that's gonna push us through in these times, as we see more and more people, bend the knee. So Lord will, this was edifying. Just want to bring that out real quick. A Shalom, Kwam Yashala DTA, a Bible soon.